Welcome back. Closing arguments are set to begin this morning in the trial of the man who attacked Paul Pelosi.
The defense wrapped its case yesterday with David DePape taking the stand to testify in his own defense. Getting emotional at times, DePape gave a rambling explanation for the attack. He spoke about his grievances and told jurors that he spent 6 hours a day on YouTube looking for political commentary. And he said he regrets the attack because he felt he and Paul Pelosi had, quote, a good rapport. The defense said he never meant to hurt Nancy Pelosi or her husband. DePape's lawyers have already admitted that their client broke into the Pelosi home and hit Paul Pelosi with a hammer, but they argue the charges do not fit. DePape has pleaded not guilty to attempted kidnapping of a federal official and assault on the immediate family member of a federal official.
NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos joins us now on this. Danny, good morning. So let's just start with your reaction to all this and the fact that he did take the stand himself. Did that surprise you at all?
Only two possibilities. Either the defense thought this was so hopeless they might as well put their client on the stand and see what happens, or the client himself insisted on taking the stand, and he has a constitutional right to do so. You take a step back, and you have similar questions as to why even take this case to trial. Well, really two possibilities. Either the government made no offer for a plea deal, or the plea deal was just not that appetizing, or, again, the client has a constitutional right to proceed to trial. So those are really only the two viable possibilities, because this case is a really, really difficult case for the defense. In fact, their best chance, and why they've already conceded that he was in the House and that he hit Paul Pelosi with a hammer, is because of the federal element. This is not a run-of-the-mill assault case. It's assault plus the specific intent to either intimidate or something to do with a federal official. That's why it's in federal court. Normally, these kinds of cases are handled in state court.
Let's talk about the testimony. DePape was on the stand for about an hour. He swore, he cried. What stood out to you?
Really, what stands out to me is it goes back to the question of why put him on the stand. And it could be the rambling nature the defense thinks may help them with a jury to say, look, this is clearly someone who's disturbed. And then you may see them argue in the end that, look at our client. He was so disturbed on the stand. How could he have formulated the specific intent to violate these federal laws? Again, that may not be an effective argument, but sometimes you do what you can. The defense does not get to pick the facts. The prosecution does. The defense can only do the best they can with the case they have.
So we mentioned that his team's arguing that the charges don't fit, not that he didn't do it like you'd said, because the attack wasn't motivated by Nancy Pelosi's position in Congress. What do you make of that?
Yeah, they're essentially saying this case belongs in state court, not federal court. I mean, they've all but admitted a crime in ordinary state court, which would be an ordinary assault, an ordinary burglary. However, kidnapping can be a federal crime because of the interstate nexus. But all the same, they're saying that, look, this specific crime in federal court requires a very specific intent beyond just assaulting someone. It has to be for the motive, the purpose of intimidating a federal official. And they're going to argue the government simply hasn't made that burden. It's more than is usually required, and they haven't done it. It's a long shot. It's probably not going to work. In all likelihood, you can bet on a conviction in this case.
What will be the prosecution's main argument in closing statements?
The main argument is they'll probably trot out the same body cam video and the other avalanche of evidence they have that the defendant was in the House, did attack Paul Pelosi, and trot out the statements that he gave. All of that together, they're going to say, look, he may not have explicitly said it was for the purpose of intimidating a federal official, but ladies and gentlemen, you got everything else you need. Return the correct verdict, which is one of guilty. And I think they will.
All right, Danny Cevallos, thanks as always.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.